Very few people realize that libido, or sexual desire, is not just a biological drive. It is actually a raw, powerful form of energy that can be transmuted into wisdom, focus, creativity, and even a profound influence on the reality around you. In this video, we'll dive deep into esoteric concepts of sexual energy, based on the groundbreaking research and unique theories of Jacobo Grinberg, the mysterious Mexican neuroscientist who claimed that the human mind could interact with reality in ways that far surpass our current scientific understanding. You'll discover why libido isn't something to suppress, it's something to understand, master, and channel. And once you learn how to transmute this energy, you'll begin to experience a surge of clarity, inner strength, and a deep connection with your true self. Get ready. What you're about to learn may completely change the way you see yourself and your entire life. So, before we continue with the video and explore this interesting topic further, don't forget to like, subscribe to The Top Hidden Knowledge channel to stay updated on everything related to personal and spiritual growth. This helps us bring more content that can make a difference for you. Deep within the human experience lies a force so powerful it can shape not only our lives, but the very reality we inhabit: sexual energy. Far from a mere biological impulse, this vibrant energy holds the key to unlocking higher states of consciousness, creativity, and purpose. Visionary thinkers like Jacobo Grinberg and Napoleon Hill have illuminated its transformative potential, revealing how mastering this force can propel us toward extraordinary achievement. Jacobo Grinberg, a Mexican neuroscientist and consciousness pioneer, dedicated his life to unraveling the mysteries of the mind. His revolutionary theory posits that reality is not a fixed external truth, but a projection of our neuronal field, a dynamic tapestry woven from thoughts, emotions, and energetic vibrations. In essence, the world we perceive mirrors our inner state. This insight has profound implications for how we harness sexual energy, one of the most potent forces within us. Grinberg believed that when sexual energy is squandered on fleeting gratification, it lowers our vibrational frequency, clouding our perception and dimming our potential. But when channeled with intention, it becomes a catalyst for transformation, elevating our consciousness and connecting us to higher realms of intelligence, creativity, and purpose. This is not about suppressing desire or denying the body's natural urges. Instead, it's about redirection, taking the raw, primal power of sexual energy and guiding it toward goals that resonate with our deepest values. By doing so, we shift our vibration, much like tuning a radio to a clearer signal. New perspectives emerge, opportunities become visible, and we begin to craft a reality that reflects our highest aspirations. Grinberg's work reminds us that sexual energy is not a distraction to overcome, but a gift to be wielded with purpose. Napoleon Hill, in his timeless classic Think and Grow Rich, reinforced this idea through the concept of sexual transmutation. Hill studied the lives of history's greatest minds, innovators, leaders, and visionaries, and discovered a common thread. They harnessed their sexual energy as a driving force for success. Far from being a hindrance, sexual desire fueled their persistence, imagination, and charisma. Hill identified sexual transmutation as one of the 13 pillars of achievement, noting that it ignites a spark of genius within those who master it. By redirecting this energy into creative and productive pursuits, these individuals transformed passion into innovation, desire into determination, and vision into reality. The science of consciousness and sexual energy invites us to see desire, not as a temptation, but as a tool. When we learn to channel this force, we awaken a heightened state of awareness, where clarity, focus, and personal magnetism converge. The choice is ours. Let this energy dissipate in momentary pleasures or use it to fuel a life of purpose and impact. Grinberg and Hill offer a blueprint for transformation, one that begins with a single conscious decision to redirect our inner fire. What reality will you create with this power? Deep within every human lies a force of unparalleled intensity, sexual energy. Far from being a mere instinct, this primal power is a vibrant, vibrational current that can shape your reality, ignite your creativity, and propel you toward extraordinary success. Sexual transmutation, the art of harnessing this energy, is not about suppression or denial. It's not about rejecting your body's natural desires or striving for asceticism. Instead, it's about redirection, transforming raw passion into a catalyst for discipline, mental clarity, and purposeful achievement. Sexual energy is more than physical. It's a dynamic force that resonates through every facet of your being. When desire surges, it awakens a constellation of powerful qualities. Intensity that fuels determination, focus that sharpens your vision, persistence that overcomes obstacles, and a heightened sense of vitality that makes you feel truly alive. These are the very traits that define success in any ambitious pursuit, whether it's building a business, creating art, or mastering a craft. Sexual transmutation teaches us to tap into this wellspring of energy, not to squander it on fleeting pleasures, but to channel it toward goals that light up our souls. Imagine the moment desire strikes. Your heart races, your senses sharpen, and your mind locks onto a singular point. In that instant, you're not just feeling, you're powered. This is the essence of sexual transmutation, capturing that surge of energy and redirecting it to fuel your dreams. Instead of letting it dissipate in momentary gratification, you guide it into creative projects, disciplined routines, or bold visions. The result? A life infused with clarity, momentum, and a magnetic presence that draws opportunities and allies to your side. The beauty of sexual transmutation lies in its accessibility. You don't need special tools or rare talents, just the awareness to recognize desire as a resource and the intention to steer it purposefully. When you choose to channel this energy, you unlock a reservoir of motivation that can sustain you through challenges and inspire breakthroughs. It's like converting raw fuel into a refined source of power, one that drives you toward long-term achievement rather than short-lived highs. This process is not about fighting your nature, but embracing it. Sexual energy is a gift, a spark of life that can either scatter aimlessly or ignite a fire of purpose. By mastering transmutation, you transform desire into a force for innovation, resilience, and growth. You begin to see obstacles as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and goals as inevitable. The question is not whether this energy exists within you. It does. The question is how you'll use it. Will you let it slip away in fleeting moments, or will you harness it to build a life of impact and fulfillment? Sexual transmutation is your invitation to choose power, to choose purpose, and to choose a reality shaped by your highest aspirations. Sexual energy is a primal force, a vibrant current that courses through every human being. Far from being a mere instinct, it holds the power to shape our bodies, minds, and destinies. This dynamic energy flows through three distinct pathways, each with its own purpose and potential. Understanding these pathways unlocks the secret to harnessing sexual energy, not just for survival or pleasure, but for transcendence, creativity, and genius. On species propagation, the foundation of life, the first and most fundamental pathway of sexual energy is species propagation. This is the biological imperative wired into our DNA, the instinct to reproduce and ensure the survival of the human race. It's the spark that drives attraction, bonding, and the creation of new life. Without this primal force, humanity would cease to exist. Yet, while essential, this pathway represents only the surface of sexual energy's potential. It's the starting point, not the destination. To limit this powerful force to reproduction alone is to overlook its deeper, transformative possibilities. Sexual energy is not just about creating life in the physical sense, it's about creating a life of meaning and impact. 2. Health maintenance, nurturing body and soul. The second pathway is health maintenance, where sexual energy supports physical and emotional well-being. A balanced, conscious approach to sexual activity acts like a tonic for the body and mind. It regulates hormones, reduces stress, and fosters intimacy, creating a sense of connection and vitality. Engaging in sexual expression with mindfulness can release tension, boost mood, and strengthen relationships. This pathway is vital, yet it remains limited in scope. While it nurtures our health and happiness, it doesn't tap into the full depth of what sexual energy can achieve. There's a higher calling for this force, one that transcends personal well-being and reaches for extraordinary accomplishment. 3. Achieving genius, the path to transcendence. The third pathway is the most profound and transformative, achieving genius through the transmutation of sexual energy. This is the secret of history's greatest minds, artists, inventors, leaders, and visionaries who redirected their inner fire into creative and intellectual pursuits. By channeling sexual energy, they elevated their mental vibration, unlocking levels of focus, vision, and discipline that bordered on the superhuman. This isn't about suppressing desire, but about harnessing it as a catalyst for innovation and discovery. When you transmute sexual energy, you convert raw passion into a refined force that fuels art, builds empires, and reshapes the world. It's the difference between fleeting pleasure and lasting legacy. The genius pathway is where sexual energy reveals its true power. It's the spark that ignites imagination, the drive that sustains effort through setbacks, and the clarity that turns dreams into reality. By mastering this pathway, you don't just live, you create, inspire, and transcend. The choice is yours. Will you let this energy serve only the body, or will you wield it to unlock your highest potential? The path to genius awaits. Sexual energy is no mere fleeting sensation. It's a pulsating, vibrational force that courses through your entire being, capable of transforming your mind, body, and reality itself. When desire ignites, something extraordinary happens. Your heart races, your senses sharpen, and your focus narrows to a razor's edge. In that electrifying moment, you become a more awakened version of yourself, alive with possibility. This heightened state is more than a biological response. It's a window into your untapped potential, a glimpse of what's possible when you harness the full power of your vibrational frequency. Jacobo Grinberg, the visionary Mexican neuroscientist, revealed a profound truth. The reality we perceive is not a fixed external construct, but a projection of our mind's vibrational frequency. Our thoughts, emotions, and energies weave together to shape the world we experience. When we're trapped in low-vibration states, bogged down by fear, apathy, or guilt, our perspective contracts. Obstacles loom large, opportunities fade, and life feels like an endless struggle. But in high-vibration states, marked by clarity, confidence, and purpose, everything shifts. Your awareness expands, solutions emerge, and the world opens up with possibilities that were once invisible. This is the power of vibration, and sexual energy is one of the most potent keys to unlocking it. When you experience sexual desire, you're not just feeling a physical urge, You're tapping into a surge of vibrational energy that can elevate your entire being. Your body hums with vitality, your mind sharpens, and your intuition awakens. For that fleeting moment, you're operating at a higher frequency, closer to your truest, most powerful self. Grinberg's research suggests that this heightened state is a gateway to creation mode, a state where survival instincts give way to innovation, inspiration, and purposeful action. Sexual energy, when accumulated and directed, becomes a catalyst for this transformation, propelling you into a realm of enhanced focus, amplified personal power, and profound clarity. The secret lies in how you wield this energy. When channeled with intention, sexual energy raises your vibration, aligning you with higher levels of consciousness. It's like switching from a dim, flickering bulb to a radiant spotlight. Your intuition becomes a guiding compass. Your decisions gain precision, and your presence takes on a magnetic quality that draws opportunities and allies to your side. This is the state where ideas flow effortlessly, where challenges become stepping stones, and where your goals feel not just attainable, but inevitable. By harnessing sexual energy, you transcend the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. But there's a catch. If this energy is squandered on fleeting pleasures, its power dissipates, leaving you in a lower vibrational state. The aftermath is unmistakable. Mental fog clouds your thoughts, emotional stagnation sets in, and a subtle sense of disconnection from your purpose creeps over you. What could have been a rocket fuel for your dreams becomes a fleeting spark, extinguished before it can ignite lasting change. The difference between these outcomes lies in a single choice: to let desire rule you or to master it as a tool for transformation. The vibrational power of sexual energy is a gift, a force that can either anchor you in mediocrity or launch you toward greatness. Every surge of desire is an opportunity to shift your frequency, to move from survival to creation, from limitation to possibility. The question is not whether this energy exists within you. It does, in abundance. The question is how you'll use it. Will you let it scatter in moments of instant gratification, or will you channel it to sculpt a life of purpose, clarity, and impact? The choice is yours, and with it, the power to reshape your reality. Embrace this vibrant force, direct it with intention, and watch as the world transforms in response to your elevated vibration. Sexual energy is a blazing fire within you, a force of immense power that can ignite your dreams or burn away your potential. When expended unconsciously, this energy exacts a steep toll, rippling through your life in ways few truly recognize. Beyond the fleeting moment of indulgence, the cost is measured in squandered time, diminished vitality, and a creeping disconnection from your purpose. Understanding these hidden costs is the first step toward reclaiming your energy and transforming your life. Time is your most precious resource, yet it's often the first casualty of wasted sexual energy. Consider the hours lost to distraction, scrolling endlessly, chasing fantasies, or languishing in the mental haze that follows impulsive urges. These moments, seemingly insignificant in isolation, accumulate over weeks, months, and years, forming a silent theft. Hours that could have been spent mastering a skill, creating something meaningful, or forging deep connections slip away, leaving you with little to show. Imagine what you could build if you redirected that time toward your passions or goals. Every minute spent in aimless distraction is a minute stolen from the life you're meant to live. Vitality. The impact on your vitality is equally profound. Notice the stark contrast in how you feel before and after giving in to impulsive desires. Before, you're a dynamo, energized, focused, and brimming with ideas. Your mind hums with possibilities, and your body feels alive with purpose. But after the spark fades, lethargy creeps in, apathy dulls your senses, and emotional exhaustion takes hold. What was once a source of strength becomes a liability, draining the very energy that could propel you forward. This cycle doesn't just sap your physical stamina, it dims your mental clarity and emotional resilience, leaving you less equipped to tackle life's challenges. Purpose, perhaps the greatest cost, is the erosion of purpose. Without a clear goal to anchor you, your mind defaults to chasing instant gratification, seeking quick hits of pleasure to fill the void. Sexual energy, meant to fuel your ambitions, gets lost in repetitive, unfulfilling cycles. Each indulgence reinforces feelings of emptiness and aimlessness, pulling you further from the path you're meant to walk. You're not directionless because you lack talent or ability. Far from it. You're adrift because you're draining the fuel that should be powering your dreams. Purpose is the compass that gives your energy direction, and without it, even the most potent force becomes a fleeting spark, extinguished before it can ignite lasting change. The hidden costs of wasted sexual energy are a wake-up call. They reveal the stakes of living on autopilot, letting impulses dictate your choices. But they also point to a path forward, a chance to reclaim your time, restore your vitality, and reconnect with your purpose. The energy within you is a gift, a reservoir of power waiting to be harnessed. By choosing awareness over indulgence, you can break the cycle and redirect this force toward a life of clarity, impact, and fulfillment. The question is, will you let these costs define you, or will you seize this moment to transform your potential into action? Within you lies a force of immense potential, sexual energy, a vibrant spark that can either trap you in cycles of impulse or propel you toward a life of purpose and power. The key to unlocking its transformative potential is awareness, coupled with a clear sense of purpose. By breaking the autopilot of unconscious habits, you can redirect this energy to fuel your dreams, turning fleeting desires into lasting achievements. This is not about suppression, but about mastery, and it begins with a single conscious choice. Purpose is the antidote to aimless indulgence. It's the magnetic force that pulls your energy and attention towards something greater than momentary pleasure. When you have a compelling reason to rise each day, whether it's mastering a skill, deepening relationships, or serving your community, impulsive urges lose their hold. The temptation to squander energy on fleeting distractions fades when you're invested in building a life that matters. Purpose doesn't need to be monumental. It simply needs to resonate with your values and spark a sense of progress. With purpose as your guide, sexual transmutation becomes almost instinctive. Each surge of desire becomes a reminder. This energy can bring me closer to my goal. Instead of giving in, you choose to channel it, transforming raw passion into focused action. As Carl Jung profoundly stated, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Breaking the cycle of automatic impulses demands awareness, a willingness to pause and shine a light on your patterns. When desire strikes, resist the urge to react. Instead, take 3 seconds to breathe deeply and ask, what's driving this? Boredom, stress, a lack of purpose? This simple act of inquiry disrupts the autopilot response, snapping you out of the trance of habit. It's in this fleeting moment of pause that you reclaim control, shifting from being a passenger in your life to its driver. Awareness alone isn't enough. You must replace the old habit with constructive action. Engage your body to diffuse the physical intensity. Do a set of push-ups, take a brisk walk, or practice deep breathing. Stimulate your mind to redirect your focus. Write in a journal, read a page from an inspiring book, or tackle a small task. Aligned with your goals. These actions create new neural pathways, weakening the grip of old habits over time. What was once a commanding urge becomes a mere signal, an invitation to channel your energy consciously towards something meaningful. The power of awareness lies in its simplicity and immediacy. It's not about perfection, but about progress, about choosing to respond rather than react. Each time you pause, reflect, and redirect, you strengthen your ability to master your energy. You begin to see desire not as a threat but as a resource, a spark of vitality ready to be transformed. With purpose as your compass and awareness as your tool, you can break free from the cycle of wasted energy and step into a life of clarity, intention, and unstoppable momentum. The journey starts now. Pause, choose, and create. Mastering sexual energy is a daily practice, but it's not complicated. Here are 4 practical strategies to start today. Change your physical context. When the urge strikes, stand up, move to a different room, or take a cold shower. The brain associates places and postures with behaviors. By changing your environment, you disrupt the mental pattern. Redirect energy through movement. Sexual energy is physical and needs an outlet. Do 10 push-ups, jump rope, or practice deep breathing for a minute. Physical activity releases tension and transforms energy into vitality. Reconnect with your goals. Write down your goals daily and visualize them vividly. When desire arises, read your goals aloud and imagine them as already achieved. This reconnects you with your purpose and raises your vibration. Establish a channeling ritual. Create a consistent response to urges, such as meditation, journaling, or prayer. Over time, your brain will associate desire with this new behavior, weakening the old habit. At the heart of sexual transmutation lies self-mastery, the ability to choose long-term vision over short-term impulses. This isn't about rigid self-denial, but about aligning your actions with the person you want to become. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you aspire to be. Each time you redirect sexual energy, you reinforce your identity as someone capable, focused, and purposeful. Identity is the foundation of lasting change. You don't act based on fleeting motivation, but on who you believe you are. If you see yourself as weak, you'll give in. But if you act as someone strong, even when it feels unnatural, that identity begins to take root. Start small. Say no to one impulse. Take one conscious action. Each choice strengthens your sense of self, building confidence, trust, and a sense of control. Over time, these small acts of discipline ignite an inner flame, illuminating the path to your best self. Sexual transmutation is not just a psychological or physical practice, it's a spiritual one. By choosing to channel your energy, you align with a higher version of yourself, one that transcends immediate desires and seeks meaning, connection, and contribution. This process fosters emotional and mental maturity, allowing you to act not from impulse, but from intention. Grinberg's work reminds us that our thoughts and vibrations shape reality. When you transmute sexual energy, you're not just changing your behavior, you're reshaping the world you inhabit. You begin to see possibilities where others see limits. You move through life with clarity, purpose, and a quiet confidence that inspires those around you. The benefits of sexual transmutation extend far beyond the moment. By mastering your energy, you reclaim your time, vitality, and sense of purpose. You build resilience, sharpen your focus, and cultivate a magnetic presence that draws opportunities and relationships into your life. Imagine a life where your energy is no longer scattered but directed. A life where you wake up each day with clarity, driven by a vision that excites you. This is not a distant fantasy, but a reality you can create, one choice at a time. The energy is already within you. The question is how you'll use it. What did you think about today's video? Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If this video opened your mind or helped you see reality in a new light, don't forget to like and subscribe to Top Hidden Knowledge so you never miss our next deep dive into mystery, perception, and the hidden workings of our universe. And if you have time, explore more videos on our channel. We're just getting started. Until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and never stop questioning the world around you.